Hello and welcome. Tonight, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different here on the stream. Since it is October, figured to try doing something a little more in the spirit of the season of Halloween. So, in addition to continuing with the Madara 1.2 playthrough, every now and then I'm going to do something a little bit more spooky scary. Tonight in particular, figured I would play a game of Horrified. Now, in this game, you play as a bunch of heroes who are protecting a small town from the ravages of some classic horror movie monsters. You're kind of running around, you're collecting items, you're solving little mini games, all in the hopes of beating the monsters one by one. Or at least, that's how the game is normally played. For tonight, I'm going to do something a little bit special. I'm going to play Scoobified. So Scoobified is obviously very Scooby-Doo themed fan expansion add-on thing. It has a bunch of the characters, all the main ones, and a whole ton of baddies. So I figured I'd do a quick solo run through of this. Now, I'm not going to do a true solo game. In this particular case, I'm actually going to be doing two characters, Scooby-Doo and Shaggy Rogers. The ultimate dynamic duo. Now, I have played this game a couple times before. I sort of kind of remember the rules. I may need to look things up a little every now and then. But because of that, and because I want kind of a quicker game, to start with at least, I'm only going to be doing two monsters. Normally you play against three, but that can kind of take a while. And especially because I've never actually used the Scooby-Doo expansion before, I don't really know what to expect. So I figured two villains or monsters or whatever, probably a better idea. And if it ends up being really super quick, I can always just jump into a new game. But I figured this gives a little bit of a look at what can be done with the Horrified game. And that there are some really, really good fan add-ons to this. Not only is the Scooby-Doo thing available, which I think is probably the biggest kind of fan add-on, but there are new monsters. Now, I think the mod only comes with the four. Oh, there should be a fifth one, Phantom of the Opera. Oh yeah, there he is. So, I think the basic game only comes with the six. Dracula the Mummy, Frankenstein the Bride. I just noticed. That should be Frankenstein's monster and the bride. Oh, that's bad. Frankenstein was the doctor. This is Frankenstein's monster. Anyway. The creature from the Black Lagoon, the Wolfman, the Invisible Man. So, all these other ones, from the Opera, Jekyll and Hyde, Dracula's Daughter, Headless Horseman. Oh, I guess it's just the three, or add-ons. Oh, that's the taxi cab thing. Okay. Um, right. So, I'll be using these as the characters. Now, each of these characters, I think just like in the basic game, I don't know if it's worth taking a look. But anyway, there's two sides, and each of them has a different set of abilities. So Scooby-Doo comes with this side, which is ignores exclamation mark abilities of monsters in the same space. Or he can move heroes like villagers, which basically means he can grab another character and take him with him when he moves. Now, since I'm only doing this 2-player, I think this is probably the weaker of the two abilities because there's only going to be one other character and he's probably going to be running around on his own. He will also have an ability that will allow him to move a bit better. So I think for Scooby-Doo, I'm going to go with this side. Because ignoring the abilities of monsters in his space is actually going to be pretty huge. And for Shaggy, he has this side, which is he gets 6 actions, which is pretty huge since most of the other characters only get 4. But can't advance the mystery. Basically what that means is that he can't contribute to defeating any of the monsters. Which is not the greatest. Again, especially in a two-character game. It basically puts him out of the out of any kind of ability to be able to contribute to actually winning. In a larger game, it wouldn't be so bad. It basically allows Shaggy to run around. I can't remember if you can trade items with the players. But he can act as like a decoy for the monsters. He can act as a taxi for the villagers. There's a bunch of other things that he can do. But losing half of the group's ability to actually beat the bad guys is probably not the greatest idea. So even though the 6 actions are pretty huge, I think it's probably better to go with the flip side, which is movement is free when moving from a space with a monster. And basically what that means is that if he is in a space that is also has a monster in it, he can move out for free. Any extra movement he makes, he will have to pay for as usual with actions. So basically, these abilities kind of represent Scooby-Doo's ability to hide from the monsters and avoid the worst of their attacks, and Shaggy's ability to run away from the monsters, which I think is actually quite thematically appropriate. The other characters similarly have flip abilities, which are pretty decent. Fred Jones is the tank. He can ignore hit when attacked, or he can gain 2 perk cards when he saves a villager. Daphne can gain an additional action by discarding any item, to a maximum of 3. So she could potentially make 7 actions in a turn, but it will be costing items. Or discard 1 item to draw 2 from the bag. So she's the collector. And Velma, before the game, she can choose a color to be wild, which is huge, but she only gets 3 actions, which sucks. Or, when drawing items, can place 1 space away. I'm guessing that means she can place the drawn items 1 space away from her. Unless that's supposed to mean can place 1 item 1 space away. I don't know. But I'd probably go with this side. So anyway, I got some little standy figures to represent the characters. Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, and I believe they both start in the camp. Starting location camp, yes. Okay, just to make sure that I'm getting everything right. Okay, so technically the monsters should be set up first. Yeah, so again, because I'm not doing a true solo game, the terror marker will start at 0. Rather than 3, which is where the solo play starting, where it starts with solo play. The villagers, yeah, everything is fine with that, blah blah blah. Take each chosen monster's corresponding monster map. Okay, so 3 monsters for Scooby-Doo, or Scoobified, have already been picked out, and I think these are kind of the starter ones. They're equivalent to the easy difficulty monsters over here. So again, I think probably we'll stick to these ones. What I'm going to do is, fortunately there's an auto shuffling bag right here. So I'll pop these into here. And I'll draw 2 at random. And those are the ones that we'll be facing off against. So, the spooky, scary monsters that Shaggy and Scooby-Doo are going to be facing off against are going to be the ghost of Captain Cutler. And Redbeard's ghost. That's a very ghosty game. So the one that wasn't drawn was Charlie the Robot. Alright. So the robot is not going to be in this version, in this game. Okay. Place the mats in a row from lowest to highest frenzy order. So lowest to highest would be Ghost and then Redbeard. Oh, and there we go. Frenzied markers automatically placed on Redbeard. Okay. Complete the setup for each monster. So let's start with the Ghost of Captain Cutler. The Ghost. Okay. So the Ghost of Captain Cutler may use any of the water spaces. Place the Captain Cutler player piece at the waterfront. Player piece at the waterfront, and his token ghost side up to cover his face on the mat. Oh, actually on the back of these. Okay. So the Ghost of Captain Cutler, let's see, has one of these. Here we go. So 1. Oh, that's just his board. Already got that. 2. 3. Ah, okay. So those are supposed to be not flipped over. Interesting, there's 2 of them. And there's... yeah, it comes with a couple extra cards. Oops. So these will get shuffled into the monster deck. Oh, they're not monster cards. Oh, they're just special cards. Okay. Guess I should probably take a look at what he does. Anyway. Place the Captain Cutler player piece? Oh, I'm guessing that means his... the thing that's supposed to represent him? So that must be one of these then. Oh, I guess you just use one of these as his thing. This is at the waterfront. And it's a shame he doesn't have a standee or something. Oh well. And his token ghost side up over his face. Okay, so Captain Cutler haunts the ship graveyard. Follow Fred's guide to make this devilish diver the catch of the day. Whenever an exclamation point is rolled for his attacks, a clue for Scooby-Doo. Take the highest strength item from Cutler's space and return it to the bag. Ooh. So, build the trap. At the docks, complete the checklist by spending the correct items in the same order. So, Fred's foolproof guide to traps 101. Need a blue analysis item, a red shovel item, and a yellow mirrored box. Search for the right spot, dig a hole, place the bait. So we're looking for these, or I'm looking for these 3 specific items. Then solve the mystery. Once the trap is set, spend 3 red, Cutler space with enough item power to move him to the docks. Then flip the token to reveal who's really behind this mystery. Okay. When do these get drawn? Hmm. I'm wondering if it's just general rules on how to use these. Suddenly remembering that that's for the Phantom, yeah. Hmm. I can't remember if this is supposed to. Yeah, these represent one of the other monsters. Oh, so why is this blank? Is it supposed to be blank? Um, okay, anyway. Alright, so we're setting a trap at the docks, which is up here. And, because I don't need that, Redbeard's Ghost is the other one, who is not on these, so he'll have his own thing. So Redbeard's Ghost, here we go. Ooh, he comes with a bunch of things. Ooh, he has a big setup. Okay. Let's just see. Okay, Redbeard's ghost. The ghost of Redbeard may also use water spaces. Okay. Put Redbeard's token in the river space and put the ghost ship on the waterfront. So Redbeard goes on the river. And the ship goes on the waterfront, I guess. Piling around with the other ghost. Ooh, kind of big. Set both crew tokens, the ghost sword, and the chased by the sword token next to the mat. That's these guys. The sword and the chased by the sword. Shuffle the 4 tunnels cards with the tunnel side face up and place them randomly in the spaces marked 1 to 4 on the mystery mat. That would be these. That's weird that it's not stacking, but okay. And then there's these cards. Fortunately, there's the auto shuffler up here, so I can just pop these. Oh, these need to be separated. Pop these into here, and that will automatically shuffle. So that goes onto 1. That goes onto 2. That goes onto 3. And the final one on 4. Okay. Redbeard will be activated when a monster card shows the Frankenstein icon. Oh, is that? Oh, I guess I should probably have read the rest of this. Choose one of the original monsters. Use this character to determine Cutler's movements and attacks. When you draw that monster's special cards, perform the action on Cutler's card instead. Oh, okay. Choose one of the original monsters. I don't know. Does it matter? Probably doesn't. I guess let's go with... the Frankenstein one's already been used. So, I don't know. Let's go with Dracula's Bat, I guess. How am I going to remember that? Hopefully I remember that's there. Okay. Okay, so he activates on Dracula. That makes sense. Okay, so Redbeard comes with a bunch of special thingies. Yeah, exclamation power. Soon you shall join my crew. Redbeard is into taking hostages, though he's not good at keeping them. He moves and takes any heroes in his space to the ghost ship and treat the heroes as if defeated. They're out of play until the next turn, but without a terror level increase. Okay. Heroes can move from the ghost ship to the dock or the institute that cannot move to the ghost ship by themselves. Oh, I see. It takes them to the ship, and then the heroes escape. The Ghost Sword. First time Redbeard's event card is drawn, place the Ghost Sword token at the dock and give the Chased by Sword marker to the active player. The Ghost Sword acts as a standard monster and activates on the Bride icon. If Frankenstein's in play. Okay. When activated, move the Ghost Sword 2 spaces towards the hero with the Chased by Sword marker. The Ghost Sword never becomes frenzied and treats a exclamation point as a miss. The sword is defeated when Redbeard is defeated. Oh, so once it's out, you can't get rid of it. The Ghost Sword will always move towards the hero with the Chased by Sword marker when activated, ignoring all other heroes and villagers. However, whenever Redbeard is activated, give the Chased by Sword marker to the current active player. Oh, okay, so switch back and forth. Advance. Search the cave for the lair. Shuffle the 4 double-sided tunnel tiles and place them on the form bar. Yeah, I did that. 3 tunnels are dead ends, and one shows the treasure chest that marks the layer. To flip a tile over, player must bring items of one color, totaling 4 or more, to the cave. If the tunnel is a dead end, the tile is discarded, and the player must find more items to try again. When the treasure chest is revealed, the layer is found. Place the 2 henchmen in the cave. Henchmen remain at the cave until defeated. Okay. And the henchmen... Alright, so this guy needs 4 red of 4+, this guy needs 4 blue of 4+. Totaling 4+. Once a hero is being chased by the ghost sword, it will always move towards them. Everyone's frenzied. Okay. And that's the sword token. Scooby and the gang investigate the mystery of the ghost of Redbeard, the pirate, and his crew. Oh, I see. It's going over this in more detail. Okay. Defeat. To unmask the villains and solve the mystery, you must defeat Redbeard's 2 henchmen. One with red items, the other with blue items. When both are defeated, place Redbeard at the cave. Defeat Redbeard with yellow items totaling 6+. Okay. So I forget. Defeating... Spending items to make a monster move. Spend red items in color space with enough item power to move him to the docks. Oh, right. That doesn't mean 3. It means any number of items totaling a certain amount. Enough item power to move him to the docks. Can you spend items to move bad guys? I don't remember that. Oh, you can swap items. Okay. You can defeat, you can advance. Um... Hmm. Hit by a monster. So, wait. Yeah, so if it moves and attacks. So how are you supposed to move a monster? Wait, is that a thing you can do? What is it talking about here? Move him to the docks. Can you spend items to move monsters? Um, I might be missing something here, but I didn't think that was a thing. I'm not sure what it's talking about there. Doesn't really give any more information here either. Um, the only thing I can think of is that strength of the red items represents how many spaces you can move them. So if you spend strength 3 in red items, you can move them 3 spaces. that how that works? Ooh. It doesn't seem like a thing you can do normally. I'm thinking it's meant to be a special rule that wasn't detailed properly. Okay. Um, I might have to look into that. But for now, I'm just gonna say power, the item power of the red items is the number of spaces he gets moved. Gonna go for that for now. Anyway. Okay, so that should be the bad guys set up. And for the heroes, it is just take the badges, place the heroes, shuffle the perk cards, give one at random to each player. And then place items from the item bag. So the perk cards are here. Give them a shuffle. And Scooby-Doo gets Rush. Move a hero up to 4 spaces. Very appropriate for Scooby-Doo. And for Shaggy, also Rush. Wait, what? I think I might get that another shuffle. Okay, conduct an investigation. Choose a space with a hero. You may place any number of heroes in that space. Not the most useful with only 2 characters, but whatever. And then Shaggy. Taxi ride. Place a hero in any non-water space. Okay, so some interesting movement. We're done with those. All right, I think that's it. I think that is set up. So now, oh yeah, they're there. Let me just make these a bit bigger. I think that's good. Yeah, so at the moment I'm doing a novice game, which is recommended whenever you play against a monster for the first time. So again, because I have never played against these before, I haven't done the Scooby-Doo thing, it's worth trying that. Okay. So, the game starts with the player turn. On the player's turn, you get a number of actions you can spend to do things. There's only a certain number of things that can be done. Oh, hang on, items, right. Fortunately, there is a button that can be clicked to place the items. Ooh, chug, chug, chug. There we go. All right, so first off, are any of the items things that we actually need? There's blue analysis. No. Wait. Is that an actual thing, or is it just any blue with 1 strength? No, I think there must be. Oh, yeah, okay, there's an actual shovel, yeah. So the shovel is in the graveyard. I need that. And the mirrored box is at the mansion. I need that. But there is no analysis currently on the board. I can do 2 of the 3. It has to be done in order, so I need to wait for this to come out first. One of the big things about this game is that there's a very heavy element of luck. I need an analysis item to come out of this item bag. Now, there should be a few of them in there. There's a pretty good chance that one of them will come out eventually, but they could end up being the last ones drawn, which is kind of terrible. Having to rely on one specific item coming out of the bag kind of sucks. But in the meantime, I can work on Redbeard's Ghost, who basically just needs any items of strength 4 or more. Oh, and they have to be of the same color. So I'm better off grabbing these yellows or these blues. So start with a character. Might as well start with Scooby. So all of the items are kind of at the bottom end of the table. With 4 actions, what I'm going to do is 1, 2, 3 to pick up the music box, and then 4 to move down to here. Now, this doesn't say to choose a space with another hero, it just says a hero. I'm guessing that includes himself. So to save Shaggy a bit of time making his way down here, I'm just going to use this immediately in order to bring Shaggy down to here. Shaggy and Scooby, inseparable. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. That's the 4 actions spent, which means that Scooby's turn is done. Now that means it is the monster's turn. So the monsters get a turn after each character. I'm fairly sure. Yeah. So on your turn, you do a hero phase and a monster phase. And just make sure I do the order right. Here we go. Okay. Items, event, then the strike. So 1 card is drawn. Oh, Dracula and Frenzy. So that's going to be both of them. Oh. Oh, and they move 2. Uh-oh. 1, 2. Okay, so they can't reach. So 3 new items are placed on the board. Oh, well, that turns into a place item button. Okay, so hopefully this only does the 1. Yeah, there we go. That is Blue Research. And Blue Telescope. And Blue Monocane Mixture. Well, 3 more blue items, but none of them the ones that I need. Oh well. So items are placed, then the event happens, which in this case is the Enthralled. Place Lucy at the theater. So this is our first NPC. Lucy placed. She's up here at the theater. Uh-oh. I think Lucy may not survive this. Where does she want to go? The mansion? Where's the mansion? Oh, over there. Not that far. If I can actually get someone up there. Anyway, so the next part is monster activation. So Dracula activates first, which in this case is the ghost of Captain Cutler. He gets, a move of 2 with 1 attack die. I just need to make sure. Move. Yeah, towards the closest person, hero, or villager. Ooh, sorry, Lucy. You may not be surviving this. He's gonna come out and go 1, and then 2. Meanwhile, Redbeard is gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2. He's equally distant. So I'm gonna have him go back. 1, 2. Into the mansion. Okay. Unfortunately, Cutler has met with Lucy and is going to attack. So for the attack, there's 1 die. I'm basically looking for a blank. Although this wouldn't be too bad either, because it doesn't do anything. So anything but a strike. Okay. So again, there are no items on his space, so that doesn't do anything. And that's it for him. Okay, that is the end of that card. And now it just moves on to the next player. So yeah, that is basically the game. It is actually rather quick and simple, but... Okay, it's quick and simple. There's a very heavy element of luck, but there's a lot of choice. If there's a third monster, you had like other options, another creature to be able to work on in the meantime while you're waiting for things to show up. Escorting villagers around and just doing other things is also very helpful. Now, there's a time limit. 30 turns, and that's back and forth, so 15 turns each. Once the monster deck runs out, that's it. Game over. Now, 1, 2, 3... and then take Lucy out. It's going to put Shaggy in a bit of danger, especially because he doesn't have any items. Although, I don't think villagers follow you when you do that. Oh, I could use this first. And it kind of sucks to have to waste it because Scooby-Doo used his to get Shaggy down there in the first place. And Redbeard is right there. Okay, so I'm going to use this. Grab a taxi ride over to the theater. And while there, gonna meet up with Lucy. And 1, 2, 3. Move over to the mansion. And since Lucy has arrived at her destination, she is now safe. And she is a rescued villager. And for rescuing a villager, Shaggy gets a perk. Show of Force. Choose one. Place the creature in any space. There's no creature. Or move any monster 3 spaces. Ooh. Play during any hero phase. So if I wanted to move, say, Redbeard out, that might actually be worth doing. I get him away. Might do that, actually. I know I only just got this card. Is there a limit to how many cards I can play? I don't think so. Perk cards. Playing a perk card does not take an action? Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm going to use this to move any monster 3 spaces, which is going to be Redbeard. And he's going to go visit... 1, 2... He's going to go to the end. Meanwhile... Ew, I probably should have used that one first. Anyway, what was that? 1, 2, 3? And he can use his last one, I guess, to pick up the telescope. Even if items aren't needed to actually beat the bad guys, they're still useful because they basically count as lives. When a character gets hit, you can spend an item to not be defeated. So they basically count as your character's health. But, so that is it for Shaggy, which means it is another monster deck. Boom! 2 more items. What is that? Garlic. And Another kite. Good chunk of blue items up here. The meeting. Move the bride 2 spaces towards Frankenstein. Not doing that, so it doesn't do anything. Not doing any of these symbols. Because that's the Frankenstein symbol. So none of the monsters move, none of them attack. That's it for their turn. Which means it is back to Scooby-Doo. Okay, so the other item that I need is the shovel. So, I need to get down to the graveyard. But that is going to take a few actions to get down there. In fact, I think the only thing you can really do is one. Might as well grab this along the way. Always handy to have an extra crucifix. 1, 2 to pick up, 3, 4 to pick that up. Scooby now has 2 of the 3 items that are needed for Cutler's Ghost. That's going to be it for Scooby. Which means it is the monsters go again. Two more items. Oh, they're both going to get a turn again. The first one is a flower. The next one is more garlic. Still waiting for that analysis. Elma's abilities here. Well, hang on. No, Daphne's abilities? Oh, well, yeah. Having Color Wild is good. This would actually be really useful. Discard 1 item to draw 2. Actually really good. It helps mitigate having to wait for items to come out. Anyway. Hunt is on. No hero has the hunted emblem. Give it to the current player. Move the Wolfman. Okay, there's no Wolfman, so that doesn't do anything. Okay, so Dracula. Dracula's gonna go. Hang on, wait. Does a frenzied monster always go first? I don't think it would have mattered. Certain monsters do an attack. In order from left to right. Okay. Oh, wait. When does the frenzy marker move? Frenzied. Oh, events will direct you to place the frenzy marker. Okay. Right. Oh, right. It's the sword that moves back and forth. Right. Okay. Yeah, so far there hasn't been... Oh, actually, that should have triggered sword. Right, because he is the Frankenstein's monster. Okay, sorry about that. Yes, this should have done one of these. So it's still 2 items, that's fine. So the ghost sword gets put out. So the active player would have been Shaggy. So unfortunately he is now being chased by the sword. Oh, it is actually Shaggy and Scooby on the picture. That's good. And the sword gets placed at the dock. The ghost sword is now out. And it's going to be chasing Shaggy. Yeesh. It activates on the bride icon. It moves 2 spaces. Alright. Oh, right. Its attack dice is determined by the card. That's right. And that's for the sword. Oh, so it moves 2, attacks 2. Okay. Alright. Oh, that's if... Okay, so that can happen twice. I guess there's 2 of each of these in the deck. There's only 1 more of these cards. Why are there 2? I don't know why there's 2 of those cards. But anyway. I guess... I don't know. Anyway. Right. So I still need to do this. Which means the Dracula moves. How many spaces are they moving? 1 space. So basically, they're both moving 1 space closer to the heroes. The closest hero is going to be Shaggy, I think. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. So they're both going to move into here. And they're going to attack, but there's nothing for them to attack, so they don't do anything. Let's move. Okay. So that was Scooby, Shaggy, Scooby. So we're back to Shaggy again. Alright. He just basically needs to scoop up blue items. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them over at the tower. That puts him right next to the sword. Probably better off grabbing these, even though they're not the best. Well, they're actually not much better. Yeah, okay, he's gonna come down here. So, 1, 2, 3. And I guess I'll just grab up the centrifuge. So I'm looking for blue items to go search the caves, which does mean I'm gonna have to come all the way back up to here to actually use the tokens. Which means I kind of want to bring as many as I can with me. Now, as far as I remember, there's no limit to how many items you can actually carry, but I kind of want to be able to get them back without being beaten up by the ghosts. Blue items are also one of the ones needed for that. Oh, which means I do need to collect some red. There's not a lot of red on the board, actually. Oh, that might be a bit of a problem. Well, again, I'll just need to wait for more red items to come out. That's alright. Okay, so that's Shaggy's turn done. I actually kind of want him to be moving through monster spaces in order to get that extra movement. I guess that'll make it easier to get back up to the cave, because I just need to move him through one of these guys. Get a free move. Also, the sword counts as a monster. So I guess that works as well. Anyway, monster card. Oh, it's the other bride. Okay, oh, that triggers that, but... Right, so that counts as that? Yeah, when they draw that monster special card, perform the action on Cutler's card instead. So that card gets completely negated. Oh, which means... Oh, but yeah, it doesn't affect anyone anyway. Yeah. So, okay, so this card happens again. So 2 items. Oh, come on. Mistake. Ugh. Still waiting for that analysis. The event is already a thing. Yeah, so the event doesn't do anything. Activates when the bride icon is shown on a monster card. Oh, so it doesn't actually activate. Oh, so I guess it doesn't do anything else. So what does the 2 and the 2 attack mean? Okay. Is it supposed to move? Yeah, I guess it just doesn't do anything. So I guess those things across the bottom don't do anything? Interesting. I wonder why they weren't just left blank. Anyway, okay, so I guess that's it. I think I might actually have to use this to remember whose turn it actually is. So that was Scooby, sorry, that was Shaggy, so we're back to Scooby. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, Scooby's 5. Okay, what is he wanting to do? Basically, now that he has these, the same thing as Shaggy. So, nabbing these yellows. These are actually really strong yellows. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and Scooby is going to grab up the notebook jar and the scroll of Toth. Don't know why Scooby would be grabbing up those things, but it is what it is. Alright, and that's the turn. So next up. So that should be both of those cards done, the meeting. There shouldn't be any more, which doesn't really matter. Kinda sucks that both of them came out so early. Oh no, there is more. Wait, so why are there only 2 of these? Why are there 2 at all? Maybe there should only be one. Whatever. Okay, so I guess this goes again, which just puts out 2 items, and that's it. Yeah, sword only moves, or sorry, chased by the sword only moves when Redbeard is activated. This doesn't have any activation symbols. Oh, I guess when the bride activates the sword, it does the 2 move 2 dice rather than whatever's on the card. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So, yeah, 2 more items and that's it. There it is. Ah, that's right where Shaggy was going too. Oh, that's brilliant. And then fire poker at the mansion. Okay. Shaggy is going to do 1, 2 to pick up these. And I'm going to want to make sure I keep this one separate. I don't want to be spending that on anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess. Oh, I'm gonna have to run him through this. This is just too rich to ignore. Especially these blues. Although he does need red as well. And this will help him beat the red henchman. Where are the items are supposed to go again? At the docks. Ah, so Shaggy has to come over here anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, boo. Yeah, okay. Well, that was his 4. 1, pick up. 3, 4. Oh, monster goes again. 3 items. 1. Ooh. 2. Hey, it's another one. And 3. Torch. And then another innocent, Maria. Placed at the barn. Oh, geez, then everyone is going. Maria at the barn. Maria. Uh-oh, Maria is in trouble. I'm pretty sure Cutler's going twice. Uh-oh. Oh, no, wait. No, he is. No, it's Redbeard going twice. Oh, so Redbeard's gonna get her. That's not much better. Okay, so Frankenstein symbol, which means Redbeard's ghost goes. He'll move 1 space. Yeah. Towards the closest person, which is Maria. Yeah, I think Maria might be toast. Oh, that's a shame. See, again, kind of random chance. If that card hadn't been drawn, or if it had been someone other than Maria, they would have been fine. But if a villager popped up somewhere down here, it would have been perfect. But as it is, random chance has basically determined that this person is dead. And there is nothing I can do to stop it. So I'm just going to end up losing one terror marker. Like, again, there's nothing I can do to stop that. Well, the only thing I can do is really hope that they don't get anything on the dice rolling. Yeah, whatever. Okay, the sword is then going to go. So it's going to move 2 spaces towards Shaggy. Oh. When he activates. Whenever Redbeard is activated, give the Chase by Sword marker to the current active player. Oh, so the active player is still Shaggy, yeah. The sword will move 2 spaces to join up with Redbeard, as fortune would have it. And then the Frenzy monster goes, which in this case is still Redbeard's ghost. In a fit of rage, he is going to come up here and beat the crap out of a small child. Okay, 3 dice, looking for anything that is not star or an exclamation. That would also be bad. Although Scooby ignores it. Oh, in the same space. Ooh. Okay. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Nope. Okay, bye-bye, Maria. Poor little kid. Gets the snot beaten out of her. And that will increase the terror level by 1. Stupid kid. The exclamation point also means that unfortunately Redbeard is going to be capturing our heroes. Oh no, any heroes in his space. Oh, okay. Oh, so nothing happens. Does he still move? I guess he does. Yeah, he moves and takes any heroes in his space to the ghost ship. Okay. He pops down to here. Which is kind of good. The only thing I have to worry about is if I get Shaggy into the docks. Well, he'll be in the tower first. Oh, I still put some danger close. But I have some items to spare, or I will have a lot of items to spare. Okay. Alright, so that's that one done. Poor little Maria. Killed by random chance. And we're back to Scooby-Doo. He has enough yellows to be searching the cave. Especially if I grab this on the way. I might start moving him up. I will need to move him over to the docks at some point to help finish building the trap, but for now... Oh, Ghost Boy is there, right. Captain Color. Items are pretty light on this side. Oh, there's 2 of them in there. Right. Need red and blues to beat these guys. Shaggy hands. Okay. Well, let's do 1, 2, 3 to pick these up. Oh, but I don't want to move him there. Because if Cutler moves at all, he'll hit Scooby. The best option would be to move him back. That means 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll take his entire move to get to the cave. I mean, that's not the worst, I guess. I'm gonna pick this up. 2, 3, 4. Puts him in the camp. Okay, I'm gonna move him back, but I'm not gonna pick up. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother picking that up. Okay. That's that. So. Zero items. Oof. No creature. The bride will go. So the sword moves another... Ah, dang it. He hasn't activated yet. Yeah, it doesn't happen until after. Oh, damn. Okay. The sword moves and it will attack Shaggy. Poor guy. Okay, so it rolls 2 dice for its attack. Oh, ball sack. Okay, and Shaggy's gonna get hit twice, which means he's gonna need to lose... Let's lose these 2 items. Discarded items. So he sacrifices a centrifuge and an anatomy text to fight off the sword. Ouch. Okay. And then the enraged goes next. So Cutler... Sorry, no, Redbeard. He's gonna move 1 space. Oh, right, he's down here. To here. Once per turn? No, it's not. That is interesting. Ooh. Okay. Shaggy. Who is looking a little worse for wear. Okay, Shaggy's gonna freak out at the sight of a flying ghostly sword, and he is gonna run. But he still needs to get to the docks, because he has a trap that he needs to set up. So he's gonna move to here. And while crossing the bridge, gonna run right into Redbeard. Another ghost. And continuing his flight of cowardice, he's gonna move to the theater. And because those were both moving out of monster spaces, they were both free. Which means Shaggy can still do 1, 2. It is all the items, right? Or is it 1? I think I made this mistake before. Nope, take any number of items from the hero space. Keep all the items in front of you. Yeah. Okay. Yes. 3. No, wait. 1, 2, 3. And it might be safer to wait until all the items are collected together, because otherwise he will just... Oh, wait. No, he doesn't. No, that's the wrong one. Doing this guy. Right, he does knock items off. So probably don't want to use it just yet. Which means that number 4 will be this. So Shaggy is now much more well armed. Oh, and when Redbeard took his turn, this should have gone to Scooby, because he was the active player when that happened. Okay. Then maybe Scooby-Doo wants to come over this way instead. How do I actually beat him? Oh, right, I need to push him to the docks. He is very close to the docks. I have a bunch of red items that could be used. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get there on his turn. Okay, well, let's see what happens. Monsters are all kind of right there. This is scary. Anyway, so that was his 4. The monster card for him. Okay, so this means... Oh, right, it's Cutler's special ability. Okay, so his thing triggers. Right, so it's his card rather than that one. Ooh, if any hero currently has an item needed to complete the trap, move Cutler to their location and roll one attack. Ouch. Who do I want to move to? Probably Scooby-Doo. Yeah, I'm gonna do Scooby-Doo. It doesn't place any items, that sucks. Well, again, it's blank, it doesn't say 0. Does that mean I'm supposed to use this instead? Perform the action on Cutler's card instead. Oh, instead. Okay, so yeah, instead of doing this, it does the action off of here. Oh, no, wait. Do you draw... Whenever you draw a monster's special cards, perform the action on Cutler's card instead. Oh, so instead of the action that's on here, you do the action that's on there. I see. Whereas that one, you actually do the card rather than the other one. Okay. So yeah, these still work, I guess. Which means that the sword is going to go again. When Scooby is now the target. Ah, rat. Okay. So 2 items are still placed out. A rifle. And Wolfsbane at the camp. Okay. And then the action from here is done. So if any hero currently has an item needed to complete the trap, move Cutler to their location and roll 1 attack. So he's going to move, and yeah, we'll go with Scooby because he's furthest away from where the trap... Well, actually, put him here. Oh, but he has to stay there for like 2 turns. Ooh, that might actually be the better option. And then he's going to roll 1 die for an attack. Okay, well, Shaggy has items to burn, so this is fine. Yeah, he gets hit once. I guess we'll lose the yellow. Okay, and now monsters go, which the only thing is the bride. So the sword is going to hop over to Scooby, and it will make a 2-die attack. They're both exclamation marks, which is nothing for the sword. So, right, they both count as misses. Which Scooby would have ignored whatever it was anyway. Okay, so ducking for cover. Nothing happens. Redbeard didn't activate, so Scooby is still the chased by sword target. However, it is now his turn. Now for him... 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess is the best option. I need to get him into the docks. Oh, if I could just move him 1 more space. Although Shaggy could move out for free if this guy's still there. Grab the... Wait, can you grab items or just trade 2 people? Share. Give or take any number of items. Okay, so technically Shaggy could come out, grab the items off of Scooby, come back in, and start placing them. It's 1 per. Hmm. Okay, well, anyway, that is the end of Scooby's turn. Which means another monster card. 2 items. Oh, cool. Flowers. And wine. Okay. And oh wait, is there anything else that went on with this? I don't think anyone. Oh yeah, okay. Redbeard does activate. The Invisible Man doesn't do anything. Those symbols don't do anything. Redbeard, however, does activate. And because it's Scooby's turn, he keeps the chase by sword. However, Redbeard himself will move one space to the theater. And then that's it. Now it is Shaggy. Okay, Shaggy is going to use his free movement to go into the tower. Oops. Come on. Then he will trade for one. Grab these. And he's doing okay. Might give him these reds. Oh, and Scooby's gonna start making his way up to the cave. And he should also take it's what, 3 or 4 to beat these guys? 4. So 4 strength worth of blue. That should be enough to do what needs to be done, I hope. Oh, there's a lot of 3s. Hmm. No, that should be fine. It's kind of a waste, because you need 4 to flip a thing, but that's 1, 2, 3. Ooh, couldn't do that one. I mean, Scooby can pick up one more. He could basically do all 4 of these at once. But anyway, oh, there's actually the Wolfsbane on the way, so yeah, could do it. Anyway. Alright, so that was 1, 2... No, that was free. So 1 to trade, 2 to move back into here. 3... Put the analysis in. Oh, maybe... Shouldn't do that. I should hold on to these. 3... Maybe nothing else I can do with 4. I really want to get all of them down at once. Hopefully he doesn't move out. Oh, that could be a problem. But Scooby can intercept and push him back in if need be. Okay, let's give this a try. So, monster turn. Getting low on cards. 3 items. 1. There's another one at the camp. 2. Another pistol at the precinct. And 3. Centrifuge at the laboratory. Next up, we have the delivery. Place Wilbur and Chick at the shop. Oh, then everyone's gonna go again. Jeez. Oh no. Cutler won't. Redbeard and the Sword are gonna go a bunch of times. Anyway, Wilbur and Chick. Shop. Hmm. Okay. Next up, Redbeard's gonna go. So they move. He's gonna move one space. Oh, an attack. Or Scooby. Oh, he's gonna get absolutely rinsed. Uh-oh. So much for being able to get all of the cave exploration done in one go. Okay, so it's a miss, 2 exclamations, but he is immune to that. So the pirate's gonna go by himself to his ship. He's gonna grab something, a sack that he thinks contains Scooby-Doo, but in reality, it doesn't. And he just takes a sack of rice or barley or something. And Scooby-Doo gets left behind. That is actually, well, actually not so great for Shaggy. Whoops. The bride will go. Oh, because Redbeard went and Shaggy is the currently active player, Chased by Sword's gonna go back to him. So the Sword will ignore Wilbur and Chick and instead just move to there. And then Frenzy Creature gets to go, which means Redbeard is gonna move again. He's gonna join his friend up here, and he's gonna attack Shaggy. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Lots of nothing, lots of nothing. 1 hit. Probably stop rolling on the board. 1 hit. So he's gonna lose a kite. Shove the kite in the ghost's face and then run! Now, unfortunately, that was his turn. And he's stuck there with both of the bad guys. Oh, that is bad. Um, could survive a combined attack? Although the sword can't move over water, can it? It's only the Ghost of Redbeard that can. Okay. So Shaggy's kind of safe. Uh, um, oh, I have to get Scooby up to the caves. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, Shaggy. Oh, he could get really screwed over. Okay, let's see what happens. Redbeard is gonna go. Okay, so 2 more items. Spear gun at the Institute. And silver cane at the shop. Where is... Let's go to the dungeon. Dungeon's up there. Okay. Okay. There's no Wolfman, so that doesn't do anything. Hand doesn't do anything, but that does, which unfortunately means Captain Cutler's gonna go. So Captain Cutler and Redbeard are both gonna have an action. And since they're both sitting right on top of Shaggy, they're both gonna hit Shaggy. Alright, Cutler is up first. Come on, nothings, nothings, nothings. Oh, that's 1 shot. Goodbye, research. I'll lose the flower first. Alright, and now Redbeard. Um, Okay, that's 2 more hits. Blam blam. Research and telescope are gone. They keep stealing Shaggy's research. Woof. Okay. And Scooby was the active, so the sword goes to him. Okay. Ouch. Shaggy. Shaggy, do what you need to do. Get the hell out of there. So, 1 to put the analysis down. 2 to use, sorry. 1 action to search for the right spot. 2nd action to dig a hole. 3rd action to place the bait. And 4th action is going to be to solve the mystery. Now, again, I'm not entirely sure how this is meant to work. I'm just kind of going to assume this is it, but since he is already at the docks, I don't have to spend anything to make him get to the docks, which means, I guess, it's just done. So, Captain Cutler is in the trap. He gets stuck in the pit. And while he is stuck in the pit, Shaggy is going to remove the helmet, revealing it was actually Captain Cutler. Old Man Cutler. So, it wasn't the ghost at all. Probably doesn't need the 2nd token. Revealed! That's 1 down. These are all discarded now. Okay, 1 less monster to worry about. And, because it's Shaggy, he might have set the trap. He might have caught the ghost. He might have revealed the true identity of Cutler. But he's also chicken at heart, and he is going to run away to the tower so he doesn't have to deal with Redbeard as a free move. Okay, and now monsters. 3 items. Redbeard's chasing Shaggy. This could actually be a defeat. But we got 3 items. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, a nice bunch of stuff down here. And we're... And Egyptian expert. Place Professor Pearson at the cave. That's good. That's where Scooby's heading anyway. Then, Egypt and Frenzy. Well, it's still only this guy. So Redbeard is going to go. He's going to move 2 spaces, which puts him right back onto Shaggy. And he's going to attack twice. Oh boy. Poor Shaggy. Couldn't get away from Redbeard's ghost. And yeah, he got defeated. Ouch. So, doesn't have enough to do that. To soak the damage, which means that he is now out. So, when a hero is defeated, increase the terror level by moving the marker 1 space, remove the hero from the board, place the hero at the hospital, and take their turn as normal. You can choose to. Oh, so you can actually keep that. Oop. Cosmic Ray Diffuser. And hold on to that and he'll just take the 2 hits. No matter what, he's going to be defeated. The terror level goes up by 1. And at the start of the player's next turn, they place their hero at the hospital and take their turn as normal. Okay, so I might as well just move him to the hospital, which is all the way down here. Blech. Okay, and that was Shaggy's turn. So, Scooby-Doo! He wants to go to the museum. Let's go down here. Okay. It's a bit further away. Alright, well. One. 2. And let's start exploring the caves. So 4+ of any color. Yellows aren't needed for anything else, so start by spending one of these. A charm. And I'm gonna flip. Oh, I think there's a way to tell which one it is. I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna flip this one. No, dead end. That was 1, 2, 3, and I got one more. Let's use Wolfsbane. Oh, so it wasn't the one I thought it was. I thought it was this one because it looks a little bit shorter, but I guess not. All right. Anyway, I have discovered the chests, so now I just need to actually beat him. But as soon as chest is found, place the 2 crewmen at the cave. So these guys come marching out. Boom, boom. Now, I don't think they actually do anything. Yeah, the henchmen just need to be defeated. And I'm assuming that in order to beat them, you have to do an action to defeat his crew. Yeah, okay. And defeat Redbeard with yellow items totaling 6+. Oh, so I do actually need to hold on to those yellow items. Well, he has tons of really strong ones. That's fine. Anyway, that is Scooby's last action. Which means... monster go. 0 items placed. Reincarnated soul. Mummy isn't on the board, so that doesn't matter. The only monster that activates is the Dracula one, but the Dracula one is currently defeated, so nothing happens. Sweet. Shaggy. Poor little guy, all the way down here. I wonder... engine over there. Caves. One. 2. 3. 4, I guess. Alright. Oh. His turn. Okay, that's his 4. It's a monster card. It's gonna be 2 items. Nice. And then... Redbeard's gonna go. So... Shaggy's the current active, which means he's now chased by the sword. Whoa, that's not good. Redbeard himself is going to move 1 space. Bonk. Into the theater. Scooby-Doo is up next. Let's beat up some bad guys. So I need 4+ in blue, 4+ in red. So for 4+ in beat the blue one first. So that's one action, two actions. That's both of these guys beaten up. Then I guess I'll start taking, whoops, this kid with, or this guy with me. 3, 4. Huh. Redbeard goes, he has a choice of targets. He could always go for Shaggy so that he can, oh, maybe finish him off. Okay. Oh, it's another Invisible Man one. 2 items. And Frankenstein moves 1 space. I think all I need to do is move him. Ooh, but it's Shaggy's turn, isn't it? No, it's Shaggy is moving next. Okay, well, Chased by the Sword's going to Scooby. If push Redbeard, just Shaggy has what he needs to be able to beat the guy, doesn't he? Okay, so I think I just do that. And then on Shaggy's turn, I think I win the game. Yeah, because Shaggy just goes. Bring the guy with me, but 1, 2, 6 worth of yellow. And that is Redbeard defeated. So Redbeard turns out to be. Well, Redbeard gets. I don't know. Outed? He doesn't have to be at the caves to be defeated, does he? Nah. Okay. So Redbeard is found out, and he is unmasked, and he ends up being wherever that guy is. Man, it's been so long since I've seen Scooby-Doo. I don't remember these. I wish I remembered who these guys actually were. But yeah, turns out neither of them were ghosts at all. They were just angry men. Were doing things for nefarious purposes. And I guess the little kid wasn't actually murdered in their sleep. I mean, technically this is a kid's show. But anyway, yeah, that is Scoobified. Horrified with Scooby-Doo. Yeah, it's interesting playing with the new monsters. I mean, again, I'm guessing like the mechanics are all kind of the same. I mean, there's only so much you can do with this. It's basically just, yeah, like I think Redbeard is basically just Dracula, where you're trying to find the right coffin. I mean, difference is that with Dracula, you actually have to go to different places, whereas with Redbeard, you just search the caves over and over again, and then you just have to fight these guys. Yeah, so I mean, they are different. Some of the mechanics are somewhat similar, but they're different enough to actually be quite interesting. But again, that was 2 monsters, and I'm assuming that these guys are both level 1 difficulty. I don't think there's anything that really tells what the difficulty is of any of these other ones. Yeah, it doesn't really say. Ooh, Ghost Clown. Swamp Witch. And Zombie. Uh, yeah, there's no like difficulty indications on these. This looks like an interesting one. The Spooky Space Kook. And there's an actual standee for it. I need to see if there are standees for the other ones. I don't know when this was last updated. I don't know how current this stuff is. It might be that there is either updated versions or maybe even more stuff. I am kind of curious to figure out how this is meant to work, though. And I just check to see if there's anything about it. I don't think there's a name or anything mentioned on these, but give me 1 second. Just look something up real quick. Horrified. Scooby-Doo. Wait, is there actually a Scooby-Doo version of Horrified? Scooby-Doo the board game. Gameplay is similar. No, done by different people. Oh, okay. So there is a Scooby-Doo board game. I might check that out. All right. So yeah, the Scoobified kind of expansion or Mystery Inc. add-on is a homebrew creation that was created by someone on Board Game Geek. It looks like it is Dr. Wen. I guess the never heard about brother of Doctor Who. Um, yeah, Dr. Wen came up with a bunch of this stuff. A lot of people have been, I guess, helping out with like testing it out. Let's see if there's anything that's been mentioned about color. Doesn't look like it. Are the mats updated? Goes to Captain Cutler. No, it looks like the same one. Is this just for, is this for the three of them? Interesting. Okay, so yeah, I'm not sure about this whole spend red tokens to make the monster move thing. I don't know how that's supposed to work. I'm still fairly certain it's not part of the basic game. So I might have to look into that a little bit more. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to dig a bit deeper into that. Okay, but for now, we'll just say that's how it's played. Um, might have enough. Hmm. Um, might just try and do one more quick one. Um, don't know if I'll get all the way through it, but I wouldn't mind trying a couple of the other monsters to see what they're like. I don't know if there's any difference in difficulty between them. I don't know if these were technically starter ones or if they were just the three that happened to be out. Maybe they were the first ones made or something. I don't know. But I think what I'm going to do real quick is just to reload this. Okay, I'll just do another game real quick. I might just stick with these characters. They seem to work out pretty well. And don't want to break up the team. So I'll keep up with these ones. I want to use that ability and that ability. Place the items. Give each character perk card. Got conduct and investigate again. And mob justice. Is that the same ones they had last time? Okay, Break of Dawn. Skip the next monster phase. Draw and place 2 items from the item bag. Ooh, nice. And hurry. Move each hero up to 2 spaces. Alright, now as far as the bad guy goes, I guess that moves automatically when I put the thing down. There's a few to choose from. So I don't really want to do the ones I've already done. What I might do Maybe Ghost, already did. Headless Horseman. Ghost Clown. Black Knight. Oh, are these... Okay, Scoobified and Scoobified 2. Oh, they must have added an expansion to the expansion? Minor 49er. Phantom Shadows. And those are 3 from there. So I won't do Charlie the Robot. I'm going to do 2 of these ones instead. So again, that should have auto-shuffled, which means the 2 monsters are going to be... To-do the Headless Horseman, and to do Dracula, which is actually quite fitting, considering this is meant to be a Halloween thing. So Dracula and the Headless Horseman. The rest don't matter. So these are both new ones because they're not in here. So let's see what we got. Dracula. Oh, it is literally just Dracula. Just with the Scooby-Doo artwork. Yeah, it it is basically okay. I don't. Oh, nah. I don't want to do just Dracula. Okay, so keep the Headless Horseman, which is different from this Headless Horseman, and we'll do Black Knight instead, which is from Scoobified 2. Oh, neat. Okay. The Black Knight. His monster board. There we go. Um, Randomly place the painting tokens at the camp, the crypt, the docks, and the institute. Does it matter which ones go where? Okay. Well, I already kind of used my randomized bag, but I can just use this. Shuffle. The monster token and his cards. Okay, and these go camp the crypt. Camp. Crypt. The docks and the institute. Docks and the institute. Okay. Place the Black Knight piece at the museum. And the reveal thing. Oh, that doesn't matter. Okay, so at the museum. There he is. Use one of the original monsters. Use the character to determine the Black Knight's movement and attacks. When you draw the monster's special card, perform the action. Okay. So this is another. Yeah, it's another blank. We'll see what the Headless Horseman uses, so we don't end up. I don't end up doubling up. All right, for this guy. Take that. Take that. Oh, so he's just automatically frenzied? Um, I don't know why there's 3 of those, but okay. Place the horseman counter at the graveyard. Place the skull token and the horrible missile. Okay. Tokens next to the mat. So the horseman counter is at the graveyard. and here. And then these both go next to the mat. Oh, you can use these. Oh, right. Okay. Right, both of these guys start at the camp. Oh, which is right where one of the paintings are. Good. Okay. So both of these just get a random monster token. The Horseman's Grim Approach cards are randomly drawn. Oh, when cards replace the unused monster event. These are randomly drawn? Oh yeah, the different locations. Okay. And pick one of each of these for the monsters. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. The Black Knight is going to be represented by Dracula, of course. Oh no, the Mummy. And the Headless Horseman is going to be represented by the Bride. Okay. Alright, let's see the Headless Horseman. The Headless Horseman is always on the move. He's never given the Frenzy marker. Instead, he will take his action every time the Frenzied icon is indicated on the monster card. This means 2 monsters are frenzied. Oh. Yikes. The Horseman acts first before any other frenzied monster. His special power, Horrible Missile. The Horseman hits the nearest non-active hero or villager at the same location or 2 spaces away. The active player decides ties like a normal hit. Okay, and advance. Find the Horseman's head. Go to one of the 4 search locations. Cave, dungeon, crypt, and graveyard. For an action, call a color, red, yellow, or blue, then pull an item from the items bag. If it matches, you found the skull. Drop the item back into the items bag, give the active player the skull token, and continue the active player's turn. If it doesn't match, you need to search another location. Drop the item back into the item bag and continue the active player's turn. If they haven't found the skull in 3 of the 4 locations, they simply need to go to the last and spend an action to take the skull. Okay, that's nice. I guess it has to happen. Defeat. Restore the head. At the graveyard, place the skull token and the shovel item onto the mystery mat as 2 separate actions. And then banish the horseman. In the Headless Horseman's space, play a yellow item totaling at least 4, and a blue item totaling at least 3 to banish the horseman. Okay. We need to find the head and the shovel. Is there a shovel? Rifle, silver cane. There is a shovel. It happens to be at the graveyard. Okay. Okay. Cave, dungeon, crypt, graveyard. Cave. Cave. Right next to a cave. Dungeon. Dungeon's over there. Crypt. Graveyard. Okay. Crypt and dungeon are going to be a bit more difficult to get to. Cave is right there. I'll use some kind of generic marker to note down which ones have been explored. I don't know why Horrible Missile has a token. Um, oh, it does actually say there. Yeah, why does it have a token? Maybe I'll just use this to note which ones have been searched. And the Black Knight. What a night for a knight. If the defending hero has a painting, put it back where it was found. So, a sinister suit of armor is causing mayhem at the museum. Find the missing art, then bring this knight to a close. And the horseman is terrorizing the village. Restore his head and banish him. So for the Black Knight, need to recover the paintings. Use an action to pick up a stolen artwork at the camp, Crypt, Docks, and Institute. Return them to the museum, spending 3 blue per picture to check for forgery. Or hanging them back where they belong. Any blue. Once the art is recovered, spend 9 red. Ooh. The knight space to dismantle his plans with the token. Okay. Ouch. Alright, well. Give the monster phase, draw 2 items, or move each hero up to 2 spaces. Don't think either of those are worth really using now. Let's just go with Scooby again. The Scooby is going to do... Actually, might as well pick up this for 1. Then 2. Oh, 2. Get the painting. 3 to move into the cave, and then 4 to explore. Search for the head. Call a color, then pull an item from the items bag. I'm going to say... blue? Actually, what are there more of? 4 blue, 4 yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow. 3 red. So there's more red in here than anything else. Okay, I'm gonna say red. Oops, nope, not search. Meant to do. No, now it's gonna load in all the tokens. Nah. Okay. Shuffle. And I said red. It's red. So what do you know? As luck would have it. Let's go. So now I just need to get to graveyard with the shovel. No, the shovel is there, so I can pick it up when I get there. So now I just need the tokens to be able to actually beat the thing. I can give him back his head, but then I need to actually banish him. So 1 yellow item of 4+ and 1 blue item of 3+. What did I pick up here? I have a charm. I already have 1 of them. I just need the blue item. There is a tone here. Okay, there's a diffuser and a nebularium up there, so I can make a quick detour across the tower and then come down. Okay, so Scooby has the Headless Horseman pretty much taken care of. Which means Shaggy. Oh. Put this on him. Okay, so that's his 4. The Invisible Man. That's not either of these, the Mummy and the Bride. So 2 items go out. Another rapier. And another shovel. Now there's 2 of them. Okay, Invisible Man doesn't do anything. The Mummy will take an action though. So the Mummy moves 1 space. Which in this case, the Mummy is the Black Knight. He's gonna go trump, trump. Trump. Okay, the other one's the bride, so it doesn't do anything. Yeah. Okay. And that is Scooby's turn, so now it is Shaggy. 2, 3, 4, yeah. Is it worth just popping this? Each hero moves 2 spaces. Where is Shaggy going? What does he need to do? He needs to pick up the other paintings. Right, which is there, and... Where's the other one? Oh, the docks. The Institute. Okay, both the bad guys are down here, which I think the docks makes the docks the easiest one to get to. So Shaggy's basically just gonna go 1, 2, 3. I'll pick this up for 4. Then I think I'm just gonna use Hurry. Shaggy moves 1, 2. And Scooby moves. If I move him to there, he's at risk of being hit by the Black Knight. I don't really want to have that happen just yet. Then he has to be able to move 2 to actually do it. Nah, I think Scooby will just move 1 out to the camp. So let's save him an action. Alright, Shaggy's done. Next up. 0. Creature, nobody is representing the creature. The bride will go, oof, and then Frenzy. Okay, so the horseman will go. He moves 1. Then frenzied creatures. Now, what did it say? The horseman moves after? No, horseman acts first. Then the frenzied monster. Okay, so the horseman will move another one. The Black Knight will move 1 space. I guess Scooby's closest. So he'll move up to there. And that is it. That was Shaggy's go. So now it is Scooby's turn. Scooby's need to book it down to the graveyard, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess. I'm dangerously close to the horseman. But I'm gonna have to get through there. I guess I could do 1, 2, 3. Do I want to steal those things from Shaggy? Shaggy's not looking too good either. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oof. 2, 3, 4. Kind of maybe want to save this. Well, if he gets defeated, he'll end up at the hospital anyway, which actually puts him closer to where he wants to be. Yeah, I'm gonna do with that. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. So that was 4. The monster card is... Oh, the horseman is going twice, damn it. 3 items. The Institute. Stake at the Abbey. And a dart at the inn. Oh yeah, I guess darts. That makes sense. And then Maria comes back out at the barn. I guess she's got a second chance. Well, now someone actually has to go back for her, which kind of sucks. And then, okay, so Frankenstein doesn't do anything. The bride, however, is the horseman. So he is going to move one. And then frenzied monsters both move. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so he'll move to there. And the horseman's gonna move to here. 3 attacks against Scooby. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Oh, then again, he takes 1. So, yeah, fine. Lose the charm. There will be more items that can be used. Maybe yellow of 4+. Yellow 4+. There isn't currently any yellow 4+. Oh, there is. Scroll it off. Okay. So, I could just grab that. Ooh, that wasn't too bad. Okay, and it is now Shaggy. Shaggy is going to spend 1 action to pick up the painting, 1 action to pick up the item. Two, 3, 4. Okay, and then monster. No items. Dracula, no. Frenzied monsters. Boop. So they move 1. And the Headless Horseman's gonna attack Scooby again. 2. Uh-oh. Ouch. Yes, he is very much defeated. Scooby is going to move to the hospital, which again is fine, but that is a defeat. The villagers are starting to get nervous. I could have just done that. Whatever. Would have been better. Alright. However, it is now Scooby's turn. He takes place at the hospital. He can take his turn as normal. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3 to pick these up. And then 4 to bury the head. There you go, Mr. Headless Horseman. You now have your head back. Okay. As far as I know, there's no way for him to get rid of these. So now I just need the 4 yellow and 3 green. But that was what? 1, 2, right, 3 to pick up, 4 to put the thing down. So that's his turn done. You know what the hell? I'm just gonna use this to skip the monster turn, because I don't want the Headless Horseman to run into Shaggy. So skip the monster phase, draw and place 2 items from the bag. So 1, 2, both at the camp. Violin and Wolfsbane. And now it is Shaggy's turn. So Shaggy is gonna go 1, 2, grab the kid. I don't really want to be 2, yeah. 3, 4. Would have been nice to have picked up the rifle, but that either would have sat him at the barn or put him in the theater. Which neither of those are good options with a horseman there. Although even being here, with him being able to move twice, that's not going to be fun. I really need to get this horseman off the table. He is scary. Um. Yeah, that's fine. Wait, did I mess up the cards? One, two. Oh, there should be 5 cards. Why is there only 4? Did I miss a turn? Scooby, Shaggy. Wait, did I not draw a card for Scooby's turn? Oh, I don't think I did. Whoops. Okay, so no. I need to go back. So yeah, Scooby should have drawn a card for the end of his turn. Right, because that was the one where the horseman attacked him and put him in the hospital. Yeah, okay. So I forgot to draw a card. New one representing Frankenstein. So 2 items. It's yellow. Yeah, yellow 4. Frankenstein does nothing. Monster, Wolfman, Invisible Man, nope. So nothing happens. I do still need to collect the rest of the paintings. So there's one over at the crypt here, one at the Institute here. Crypt is further away, but it's also further away from the bad guys. Okay, so anyway, that's right. That was the end of Scooby's turn. So now it's Shaggy's turn. He's gonna do the same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Taking the kid with him. And that's it. So for his monster turn. Okay, nobody's playing Dracula. So 2 items. Kniffy and tablet. The mummy is going to activate. So that's the Black Knight. He's going to move 1 space towards the nearest, which is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna have him move this way. And that is it. Scooby. Scooby. 2, 3, 4. That puts him right in the middle. Both the bad guys with no items. Although, it's not going to be much in the way of items either way. 1, 2, 3, and then pick up the items. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 to come down to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That gives him a few more items to play around with. It also makes him, he's immune to this, so he won't have the painting stolen from him. Yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, frenzy monsters are going. Yeah. Oh, and they're moving too. Uh-oh. That's bad. Okay, 3 items. 1, 2, 3. Hmm. And then Renfield is placed at the docks. The insane survivor. Okay, well, he's probably going to be sitting there for a while. Oh, he wants to go all the way to the hospital. Jeez. Renfield sucks. And then Frenzied Monsters. So the Horseman goes first. He gets to move 2. So 1, 2. Yep. And then he'll make a 2 dice attack. And he's just going to get an exclamation. Horseman hits the nearest non-active hero or villager in the space or 2 spaces away. Non-active. So that was Scooby's turn. So Shaggy is the one who's not active. So either Shaggy takes the hit or Maria does. I think Shaggy's going to take the hit. And he's going to lose a flower. Smacked in the face with a jack-o'-lantern. And he uses a flower to deflect it. Okay. And then the other frenzied monster, which is going to be the Black Knight, also moves 2 spaces. So he's going to come into here with Scooby. He's going to make a 2-die attack. Okay, unfortunately, Scooby is immune to the powers of enemies. He doesn't have to lose his painting. Okay, and that's Scooby-Doo's turn, which is going to be a problem because he's still in the space with the Black Knight, which is going to be a problem. However, Shaggy, the kid, wants to go to camp. So he can go 1 for free, and then 2. No, sorry, 1 for free, then 1. And Maria is saved. She gains a perk. Move a hero up to 4 spaces. Yes, I'm gonna use this on Scooby. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not only does it get him away from the Black Knight, but it puts him into a place where he can get another painting and some items. So that was 2. 3 is going to be pick up these. And then 4 is going to be moving to the cave. I know that puts him away, but I'm going to get a free move through the Horseman regardless of where he goes to. Okay, that's Shaggy's turn. Monsters. Yeah, the Horseman's going a couple of times. No, I don't think he can catch Shaggy. Okay, so 3 items. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so he's close to, he's as close to either of them. So yeah. Wilbur and Sheik at the shop. Scooby can probably pick them up on the way out. And I guess up to the dungeon. And Frankenstein's monster doesn't do anything, but the bride is currently Horseman. So the Horseman will move 1 space towards the nearest hero or villager, moving towards Shaggy. and then frenzied monsters move. So the Black Knight will come out, or I guess the Horseman moves first, and then the Black Knight moves. Nice. Shaggy. Shaggy is going to make a run for it. Question is, where does he want to go? Probably to the crypt? Find the last painting. He's gonna go 1 to there, remove, 2, 3. Oh, it'd be nice to pick up some items on the way, but I think he's just gonna go 1, 3, 2, 3, 4. And he'll clean out the items on the way back. Monsters. Ooh, there's a lot of NPCs getting put onto the board. Oh, nice. Oh, okay. Frenzied marker to the next monster, but he can't have the frenzied marker. Then move each villager 1 space toward their safe location. So Renfield is going to come up to here. Where are the... is there another one? Oh, this guy needs... No, that's not a villager. So this guy is moving towards the dungeon, which is up this way. It's actually not bad. Puts him further away from the enemies. However, I think he's still gonna get knocked over by the Black Knight. Ew. Okay, so Frenzy Monsters move. Horseman's gonna move first. Ooh, 3 spaces. Closest is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess again moving towards Shaggy. 2, 3. Get that free move. And then the Black Knight goes 2, 3. I could throw him at a Shaggy. No, because Wilbur and Sheik is only 2. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, Black Knight's gonna have to go after Wilbur and Sheik. Uh-oh. 2 dice on the attack. Come on, blanks. Come on, blanks. Oh. Ooh, he killed both of them. Oh, goodbye, Wilbur and Sheik. He did. And that's another terror. Ouch. Okay, so Scooby, you can spend 1 action to pick up the painting, 2 to pick up the items, 3, and then 4 to pick up the items. He has got a good stack of junk on him now. And bad guys. Oh boy. 0. Oh, this is the mummy though. So the mummy gets their action, which is... When the moon is full, move the Black Knight to the nearest hero with a painting in their possession, then roll an attack die. Nearest hero with a painting is going to be Scooby-Doo. Then roll an attack. Oops. Come back, dice. Ah, and that's a boom. Fortunately, Scooby is loaded with stuff. So he's going to chuck his centrifuge, Black Knight, in order to run away. Okay, and then... Werewolf, no. Dracula, no. Invisible Man, no. So nothing does anything else. Okay. Shaggy. What do I still need to do? Yellow 4, blue 3. Yellow 4, blue 3. Ah, Shaggy can defeat the Horseman. It was right there. 1. Gonna lose his free move, but that's okay. 2, 3. Chucking the Wolf's Bane and the Cosmic Ray Cosmic Ray Diffuser at the Horseman. So the Horseman has been banished. And the Horseman actually is... Ooh. The actual Horseman. 1, 2, 3 to do that. 4... I guess might as well pick these up. And that's it for Shaggy. Wait, did I forget to do another one? Two, 3, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. Should be drawing 12. Why do I keep missing one? Which one did I skip? Oh, who cares? 3 items. Dr. Cranley at the laboratory. Dr. Cranley. Oof. Laboratory's getting a little full. He wants to go to the precinct up there. Okay, and Frenzied Monsters, which unfortunately is just the Black Knight, is going to hit Scooby twice. Scooby got a bunch of items, shouldn't be a problem. Well, whatever. Anatomy test. Scooby's gonna pretend to be a nerd to avoid the Black Knight. And that's Shaggy. Scooby. I still need one more painting. Where? Don't I? Or did I get all 4? No, I should have all 4. Right, 2 and 2. Okay, so now I just need to get everyone to the museum. And I need blue items to put the pictures in. Shaggy's a little light on blue items. Okay. Scooby-Doo. Move. Now, she does want to go up to the precinct, but that's all the way up there. 1, 2, 3. And then... let's do a camera to examine the little painting. And that can go here. Okay, don't have enough actions to do the other one, so that's going to be it for Scooby-Doo. Okay. Zero. That does nothing. The bride has been defeated, so it's just frenzied monsters moving 1, which means the Black Knight moves 1. Clump, clump. And now, Reggie. We got doubled up on a turn or something? I don't know. Okay, so Shaggy also needs to get to the museum. He does need some blue items, but that's only a 2. Maybe he can just grab some items off. Oh, hang on. Does he have enough? He can only do 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. I think at this point it is just worth dumping all the paintings in. So for 4, the nebularium is going to determine the authenticity of let's do this painting. This one's kind of neat. The oval. Okay, that's 2 paintings returned to the museum. Monster turn. 3 items. Whoa, look at all that stuff in the museum. Oof. Right, Rainfield. Nice. Dr. Reed at the Institute. Dr. Reed. It's all the way down there. And Frenzied Monster moves 1 space. It has to be either characters or Dr. Reed. He wants to go all the way across the board to the camp? Yeah. Dr. Reed, I'm sorry, but you are going to be eaten. Still got plenty of space. Okay. Scooby-Doo. We'll spend 1 action to the retinone to determine the authenticity of this last painting. Or his last painting. So that's 1. For 2, I will trade these to Shaggy. And I guess 3, 4, might as well. I still need to actually defeat him, which means I need 9 in red. Oh, well, in that case, while trading, I don't give this to this guy. So 5, 6, 7. Scooby's currently at 7. Okay. Oh, it's the mummy special. But nothing else happens. So, move the Black Knight to the nearest hero with a painting and then roll 1 die. Ouch. He's going to jump over to here and then roll an attack against Shaggy. Unfortunately, he's not immune to the special ability, so this could be bad. I don't remember where this painting came from. Put it back where it was found. Oh, I should have doubled them. Oh, where did Shaggy get his paintings? You got one from the docks. And one from the crypt. Right, the docks was the old one. Right, so the crypt goes here. Okay, so... yeah, that's kind of annoying that it has to go back to the place where you picked it up from. With no way to remember where they came from. This is fine. Oh. Yeah, so 1 die attack. Oh, yeah, and the painting is gone. Shoot. Darn, I have to get that painting again now. I was this close to actually beating him. Okay. I guess Shaggy Balls. Who are the NPCs on the board? We just need to go to the precinct just up there. E. 1, 2. Or sorry, one free. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Dr. Cranley has been rescued. Which gives one of these. Hopefully movement or something. Move a hero up to 4 spaces. Nice. So yeah, Scooby-Doo goes to pick up this. And I can move him back to the museum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. That's 3. Fritz at the tower. Fritz wants to go to the Institute. And then Black. Frenzied Monster moves 1. Plonk. Okay. Scooby-Doo is going to... can't pick those up. 1, 1... No? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Scooby should have been picking up the paintings the entire time, but well, whatever. No, I don't want to bounce him back yet because he'll just move in. Okay, so at the end of the turn, 2 items. The mummy will go and move 1 space towards the nearest person, which is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Towards this guy. Okay, Shaggy. He's going to use this to rush Scooby-Doo over to the museum. Oh, he doesn't have enough blue things anymore. Shoot. Then Shaggy's gonna go... Oh, jeez. Don't really need any more reds. So I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. I can take a couple of hits. Scooby's got it on his next turn. Okay. Oh, Mummy gets his special. So he's going to bounce over to Scooby. Get his attack. Fortunately, Scooby's immune to the special. And that is nothing. Okay, and then on Scooby-Doo's turn, he is going to 1, 2 to trade and grab, doesn't matter, analysis. And 3. Oh, I can't do it. And 4. Through analysis and a telescope, he's able to determine the authenticity of this last painting. Which, again, I shouldn't have taken off of there, but whatever. I wouldn't have been able to lose it anyway. But that's 4, which means he can't actually beat the Black Knight. Which means Shaggy has to do it. Okay. Well, Scoobies can survive. Yes. Okay. See what happens. 2 items. Yeah, the mummy activates for 2 dice. Scooby can take 2 hits, that's not a problem. Oof, which he has to take. Crunch, crunch. And I'll just get rid of both of these mirror boxes. Okay, so yeah, on Shaggy's turn, he will just move in. For 1, 2, he'll grab these items. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which will be spent to thwack the Black Knight over the head, which defeats him. And it reveals that he is, in fact, oops, this guy. So anyway, that is Scoobified. That is the Scooby-Doo expansion for Horrified. Again, it's a homebrew fan-made, it's not an official one. But I like it. It's really cool. I'd be interested to try some of the other characters and see how they work out. I found, well, actually, against certain enemies, Scooby-Doo's ability is amazingly good. Like, not being able to have the painting stolen from him, really strong. And Shaggy's ability to get a free extra move when he passes through an enemy, really good. Not game-breaking in any sense, but strong abilities. And the villains are kind of interesting. The Headless Horseman went down like a chump, but again, that was luck. The only reason it was so easy is because I happened to start right next to the caves and lucked out and managed to get the shovel on the first, sorry, the skull on the first try. If I hadn't gotten that, it would have been a lot more difficult in order to do this. And the fact that there were shovels right at the graveyard waiting for me to pick them up and finish them off. Meant that this guy, when he was running around, because he counts as a frenzied enemy and the bride, the Headless Horseman is actually pretty dangerous. Well, I guess they kind of both were, because I found that he was activating a lot more often. The mummy cards didn't come until later, but I guess if they were both activating like twice every turn, that could have been really scary. And these cards never came into play, but it would have bounced him to other places. So yeah, he would have gone to the graveyard, camp, or the barn, and hit people there. Ooh, the barn was looking pretty loaded up too, actually. But yeah, very interesting. I think if I play this again, I will try 3 bad guys. I'm handling the 2 reasonably well. Now, I don't know how much 3 of them kicks up the difficulty, especially again because I don't know how the difficulty works for the Scoobified enemies. I do know that certain ones of these ones are more difficult than others. In fact, it does actually say in the book... oh, here we go. Although, they're not difficulty, they're complexity. I think the reason why I suggest things like Dracula and the Invisible Man is because their complexity is low. So they're good enemies to start with and kind of learn the game on. These ones, I guess they're not necessarily more difficult. They're just, there's just more to them. There's like more complex special rules and things you need to keep track of. Like, Dracula's pretty easy. You just get items of certain colors, go to the his coffins and smash them. Then you just stake Dracula with yellow items. Pretty straightforward. But for these other ones, it's like you have to sail the boat through the lagoon. You have to get certain items to create a cure. You have to shuffle around a scarab puzzle. Can't remember what this guy's thing is. Both dials show the monster's faces. So it's manipulating dials here. I don't know what that does. And then there's this guy where you're collecting evidence. Right, you have to collect evidence from different locations and put them into the precinct. And you place them where you got them from. And then you have to beat them 9 or more. So yeah, it's not... Make monster choose last. But yeah, there are a bunch of other enemies. There are a couple of other ones that I wouldn't mind trying. There's like the witch and the clowns. Could be fun. Yeah, the witch and the zombie. Ghost clown. Phantom shadows. Spooky space kook. Minor 49er. There's a few other ones I wouldn't mind trying. I wouldn't mind trying a couple of these ones again. With 3 of them. And see how they work with more difficulty. And there's these ones. So even if I don't end up playing the basic heroes, I can still throw some classic movie monsters against Scooby-Doo. And I mean, the game is simple enough that playing multiple characters is not that big of a deal. You just kind of have to keep track of which items are being carried by which character, and where they are and what they're doing. So I might even be able to do this as like a 4-player game, or maybe a 3. I could try 4, and try and throw in a couple more characters. But anyway, yeah, it's a great, simple, fun little game. It is a little heavy on chance reliance, but there's enough decision making and kind of figuring out where you want to go, what you want to do, what you want to use your items for. It's really good. And especially when you get more players, you get fewer turns each. So you really have to kind of think about what it is you're doing on your turns. Because the monster deck never changes in size. It's always just the 30 cards. So split between 2 characters, that's 15 turns each. However, when you start splitting it between like 3 characters, that's down to 10 turns each. And then 4 characters is, I don't know, not easily divisible into 30. 7.5 turns each. So you really have to think about what it is you're doing on every turn because you have a very limited number of actions you can spend. So you kind of have to figure, do you want to run around and collect items? Do you want to try and lure enemies away? Do you want to lead characters around? Another one of the reasons why Shaggy is really good on this side is that with 6 actions, he can run around the board like crazy. Which means that he can pick up characters and run them to their destinations, get these perk cards, and perk cards are really good. The reason why, you only get a couple of them. But with a move of 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, it could get Fritz to the docks, 1, 2, 5, 6, yeah, could even get Dr. Reed to the camp. And Renfield, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not quite. So Renfield's still kind of the jerk that can't make it to his destination. The other thing is, there's this. Mystery Machine. I think it starts at the cave. But the Mystery Machine is something that the characters can use to move stuff around. And Shaggy, as the driver of it, is actually pretty strong. Because he gets the 6 move, he can pick up other characters as passengers, and there's a bunch of other stuff that could be done. It does use the rules for the taxi, which apparently is this. When I first went looking for the rules for the taxi, I couldn't find them. So I'm kind of interested to see how the taxi actually works. There's 2 taxis. So maybe next time, if I do come back to playing this again, which I probably will, I might try out the Mystery Machine and see what it's like. But yeah, I do need to read up on the taxi cab rules and see what that's all about. It's a bit more complicated. There's a lot of stuff to it. As you can see, the rules for it are not exactly simple. There's a bunch of stuff goes on with it. But yeah, fun little game. I really enjoy it. It's great as a little puzzle for single player. It is fantastic as a group game for multiple players. I think the usual player count is 1 to 4. So even though there's 5 characters, one of them will typically get left out. Although you could play with 5, it's just you are really hindering your ability to do actions at that point. So I don't know if there's a way of like beefing out the monster deck to give a 5th player. Well, maybe there is a 5th player variant or something. I don't know. But oh yeah, 1 to 5 players. Oh, so you can't do 5. So I guess 5 into 30 would be 6 turns each. They're actually only losing 1 turn, going from 4 to 5. Much bigger jump when it's going from like 2 to 3 players. There is also solo variant rules, which is basically just changing 1 or 2 minor things, like starting at fear level 3 and removing a couple of the perk cards that don't really work with only a single player. So there's things like the one where the one that Scooby had. You pick a player and move other players to that model. That doesn't work when you've only got the 1 character, so it gets removed from the perk deck. Or like if you draw it, you just discard it and redraw. But yeah, interesting. I definitely want to try some of the basic monsters, because I think I've only done 1 or 2 of them. Yeah, I think I've done Dracula, Invisible Man, and the Creature. I don't actually think I've done any of these. There's a bunch of additional ones. Phantom of the Opera, as well as the other Headless Horseman, Dracula's Daughter, Jekyll and Hyde, and all the Scooby-Doo monsters. There's still 5 more in this bag I haven't actually tried yet, and I haven't done the robot. And there are more things out there. The fans of the game are just churning out stuff for this. I think they have a lot more monsters and some extra special rules and things. So there is tons of replayability. There is also a sort of sequel game, which is Horrified American Monsters. Or whatever it's called. I think it's American Monsters. But it's all based on American Cryptids, I think it might be. It's pretty much exactly the same game. I don't think they've really changed any of the rules or updated at all. I think it is just a second version of this. It's a reskinning of this game, where instead of the classic movie monsters, you get North American cryptids like Jersey Devil, Chupacabra, Skunk Ape, I think is one of them. I don't know, there's a bunch of other ones. Jersey Devil, I think I already mentioned that. Anyway. I'm not as interested in North American cryptid monsters as I am in classic movie guys. I mean, these are the originals. These are going back to black and white movie days. So I'm more interested in these guys than I am in the cryptids. And a lot of the fan-based content seems to be made for this game. Now again, I don't think there's really much difference. I think you could do Scoobified using the American Cryptids set. I don't think it would matter all that much. I think the names of the locations would be different, so you'd have to figure out what the equivalents are. But anyway, good little game. So that'll do it for tonight. Next time when I come back, which yeah should be Wednesday, be coming back to doing another stream for Madara, where I'm continuing with the main storyline. So unfortunately, lots of reading, but then we get back into some main missions or main encounters. So until then, if you're interested in supporting myself and the channel, follow here on Twitch and subscribe over on YouTube. It is literally just clicking a button. It won't cost you anything. And it really does kind of help out, and it shows that people are actually interested in what I'm doing here. This is definitely a slow grow, but I'm also doing this because I kind of enjoy it. So who knows? This may be things that I'll come back to 5 years from now when I've got 1 million subscribers. Until then, for those few of you who actually do watch these on the VODs and on YouTube, I thank you. And I'll see you all next time.